Yes. Welcome to the G Spot. I'm your host, G Baby. Today we got my man Chase in here. For those who you don't know, 4th and 1, give him the rock. Now he's transferred out, about to knock out some people, but we're gonna get into all that. First and foremost, man, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, brother. Well, glad you got me up on here, bro, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, got to, man. If y'all don't know, me and Corey probably known each other, what's this, 7 ankle biters?
Probably ankle biters, 75 year.
Yeah. I'm 34. You?
Yep.
Yeah. It's some time.
Yeah.
It's some time.
It all come back full circle.
Yeah, absolutely. So we did attend Westboro together, where he was a star football player and track star. I know y'all tried out for lacrosse for a little bit. Was you part of that?
Nah, that was Neezy. That was
okay.
Me, and I'm not sure. I don't think Ron got that. Me and Ron was on the track.
Oh, so, yeah. I was on the track.
It was like Justin Wilson, Neezy, and DeAndre. I remember they was doing the lacrosse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you are a 3-letterman for football. You did rush 1,000 yards 2 years in a row.
Yes, sir.
Yes. 1,000-yard running back on here. That's an exclusive. Yeah. Stop playing with me. I love to give the exclusives.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, and then you took on track by. I mean, that was easy because you were a fast guy. Plus, you played running back. It's probably good for all this stuff. Did you attend pen relays?
Yeah.
I had PJ, you, and Twan. So you're my anchor for pen relays.
Right.
Let's talk about that, because people that don't know, pen relays is if you run track, it's a must stop.
Man, for sure. And I heard the other brothers, came on here and talk about it, bro. It was lit. It's a good time, and a good experience, man. But yeah, we went out there 2 years in a row, junior and senior year, for the pen relays.
Okay.
And we didn't really make big noise like in the finals, but in our heat, like someone was talking about, we bust ass in our heat, bro.
Oh, okay.
It was a good deal. Like our teams was lit.
Was you starstruck? Did you feel like the stage was too big for you, or you fit right in?
Man, it's really like a deer in headlights, when you get out there, because it's the stadium. It's like you like in the little horse stable. You know
Yeah.
Bring the horses out for the races, and it's like you in a line with all these people, and you like, damn, I'm about to run. So it gets you crazy.
Yeah, some of these people got already Olympic times.
Oh yeah. For sure. Big schools. You got Jamaican schools out there, like people from around the world.
Oh, okay. And where did you place for track in your junior and senior years?
Junior and senior year, I was mainly like making my noise, and like the long jump was probably like my single event, and then doing the sprints, the 1, the 2, and the 4x1. So I did pretty well. I did pretty decent in the when it came to districts and regionals competing. But I qualified for state 2 years in a row, junior and senior, for the long jump, and I was on the 4x1 team.
Okay. I wanted to your track mate, Josh. It was a funny story that nobody wanted to run anchor.
Yeah. So I that's probably how it went. I don't all the way recall, but I remember. I don't know what happened. It was like I said, it was 2 years in a row. I think when Rod ran, I'm not sure if that was junior year or senior. Might have been a senior.
Yeah, I think.
But yeah, so all I know is I think it was 1 year Twan ran, and he did the anchor. He did the anchor 1 year.
Yeah.
And all I remember, I popped it off. So.
Oh, okay.
All I remember was, like, say, that starstruck feeling, that
yeah.
And I know I got out. I did my thing on the joint, and all I know is like by the time that joint got to the anchor, and the joint that we had won the joint by a mile, bro. All I remember was seeing Twan just out a mile ahead of everybody.
Okay,
like, damn,
yeah.
I thought for sure we was like in the finals and shit. So,
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now, I have to take time to give kudos to you because when we got to high school, I mean, when we were we were very dominant, everyone across the board. But I have to say, you worked for every 1,000 yards in that 1,000 yards because you didn't really play behind the traditional offensive line. Man, what kept you motivated from there, man? Because believe it or not, if you had one of them, let's throw it back, Jamal Mills or even Thomas Clayton from Mount Vernon or playing in a different district, you probably would have been a 15 to 1,700 yard rusher.
I feel like for sure, and that's interesting to touch on, cause you know, I ain't never really put it out there, but my mom was ready to transfer me to Robinson for senior year.
Yeah, okay.
Just cause, you know, I think it was shit with the coaches though, mainly. But yeah, like with the we saying not really having that line, what just kept me motivated was just trying to make it, bro. Just trying to go play and to do it at the next level. But I think what gave me the edge, as mentioned, like a traditional, like a Jamal Mills or like my brother, I had like a different skill set than a lot of the, you know, backs that we came up with. We had some that was power, that had size, and you got ones that was just speedy, you know.
Yeah.
So I think just having that balance and, you know, still being able to run hard, even without that, you know, that classic line.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, I had some dogs.
Yeah, definitely, Henderson tried to say I don't set the edge. You don't run the ball behind me, and you think you have the clip where shit. That's probably like 75 yard run that you have on IG. I appreciate that, man.
For sure, that was my best highlight.
Yeah, and let's dive into you attended firm where we didn't know that he never really did it, that you can catch the ball. And you your freshman year you were third in receptions?
I would say I didn't really pop off until my sophomore year.
Okay, so sophomore year. But you were high on the chart for receptions, right?
I was. Probably, that's sophomore year.
And to believe it or not, we didn't throw you the ball. But to be like third or fourth in receptions as a running back, that's very high. Could you always catch it? That just something we didn't know about it, or that just something you developed while you were at firm?
I think it was just always there. I've always been able to do it. Like I had, you know, let some of the coaches tell it they wanted to put me in positions that I had no business being in. But just the athletic ability, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Put an athlete in space and let him work. Yeah.
But it was a change up coming there, cause bro, it's like, you know, you coming from, you know what I'm saying, a small pond, being a big fish in a small pond, and then whatever school you go to, everybody's that man, you know, wherever they coming from. So, bro, they recruited 26 something like running backs when I got out there my freshman year. It was like 26, 24 was at camp.
Yeah.
And you know, they weed everybody out. Some people go to defense, some people go to offense. Like that's when they find out like your true position in camp and whatnot. So I would say we was probably looking at least 16 backs, and freshman year by the end of everything, I was probably like 6th, 7th on the
depth chart. Yeah.
And we travel 6 because of the system that we run.
Okay.
So 2 backs at a time with a like a fullback.
So
it's like a wing T type thing. So
dang, that's crazy.
Navy.
You ain't gonna see that in college now.
No. And so I ain't really know if that was, you know, the system for me, but bro, like as far as like Division III goes, like where we was at, they was the #1 Russian school in the nation. 2 years in a row.
All right. So
it was a good fit.
Yeah. So let's tap on to you. I guess you found the art for poetry. We're starting to the rap. Did you develop that at firm?
That was ever since young. You know, that was just something that was kept you know, just in the books or whatever, like,
mm-hmm.
you know, little stuff, freestyling on the, you know, on the buses,
Right,
you know,
right.
School, Sandberg and stuff like that, bro. But, like I said, you know, bro was up here just having him and my uncle Sherm, go by S. Cali.
Okay.
And just seeing how, like these was like some of the nicest niggas I knew, like up close and personal.
Okay,
like my uncle was really, he made me like, oh nigga, I want to write, I want to rap. But he was nice with the poetry,
okay,
and all of that stuff too. So you know, I wanted to dig in that for the ladies and stuff too.
Yeah, right, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, they made me want to do it at like an early age.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So and you attended, well, not attended. You performed at the talent show. And Fern, was that your first show?
That was, I believe that was the first show.
Okay.
Because I think after we came back, I think me and Josh had got active and we was rolling with Ernie and the white boys out there.
Okay.
And they was doing some shows like in Vienna. I remember that was probably like my first true show.
Okay.
Was doing that with like Rod and Ernie and them out there. And
okay.
You know, they had like all of this going. They had a following already. It was like Ernie, one of the other Corey Gray, and like the Dino Babies or someone.
Oh, all right.
But they had a following and they knew their music and stuff. So when me and Ryan went on did our tracks, it was like we had crowd participation.
Oh,
that was the first time experiencing that.
Yeah. You remember, I asked the artists on the air all the time. You remember your first 16?
If I remember my first, I couldn't tell you. I've read way too much.
right. So how many shows have you performed in? Well, first of all, how did you feel like how you performed in the talent show?
The talent show, I thought it was cool. I actually performed with one of the brothers I was cool with. He's still out here now too. My man Osa, Kenny, Will Kitty, and it was me, him, and Rob. We would rap a lot, but me and Kenny, we decided to do a little, you know, joint, like a track that we had made for the talent show. I think we ended up like third or second though.
Oh, okay.
I think one of the little ladies or something. Like
that. When you grab the pen, what type of settings do you like to have? You know, people have, you know, they do rituals and all that, light a candle, or, you know, have people. But for you, how you go about it, and where you get the inspiration from too?
It could really come from anywhere, man. But you know, life experiences, highs and lows. You know, like was just mentioning to you a little earlier, is like, you know, me, I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, been real outspoken and really have a lane and to fully, you know, like express myself. You know, even, you know, we don't do counseling and shit like that.
Right.
So it's like, you know, I with the inspiration, it gotta come to me organically. You know what I'm saying? So I like to be in a space where, like, if I'm motivated to write, you know, that I'm gonna write. I don't like trying to just sit down, I'm gonna work on this. Try to force it. Right. It's just whatever hits me. I could be listening to a song, I could be whatever, but if it hit me, then, you know, right now I got my studio at home, so I can go in and, you know, record.
Right.
You know, and my vibe is just, you know, just being in my own space. You know what I'm saying?
When it comes to choosing a beat, how do you go about it?
I'm probably either hit up like one of my homeboys or something that I work with that got beats, like you know, one of the engineers that I work with that make beats, either that or it's heavily just I'm on YouTube sitting listening to something to grab.
Right. So, do you make beats yourself?
I have not. I haven't gotten into that. But my cousin, my first cousin, Lano, he's real into all of this, like engineering, the whole process of it. So it's like I can kind of lean on him. Yeah. You know, when I need to for certain things.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Now I wonder for the artistry, you know, back then they used to really have to go out and try to get an audience. With a new today, with the platforms, you can upload any, and then you could just be popping out of nowhere.
Right.
For you, how do you like to go about it? You like to like get out there and mingle with the people, or are you more like Spotify or YouTube? You know what I'm saying? How do you go and address your audience? You know what I'm saying? Let them know who you are.
I pretty much just, I release the content, kind of when I feel it is not really like a whole, rhyme or reason to it or like,
right.
But I gotta feel the energy at some point.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the shit that I'm doing, to the things that I'm doing, what I'm creating behind the scenes. At some point, I gotta get out there and feel what it's like, feel the reception or, whatever it is. Cause, the type of space that I'm in and, the stuff that I be talking about is, you want to feel that reception. You want to know, hey, you know what I'm saying? Am I reaching? You know what I'm saying? Is it being heard? So
yeah. Well, piggyback on that. When people listen to your music, what do you want them to take from it?
Is whatever is needed at the time. You know what I'm saying? So just having talks with people, like a lot of people that I talk with and that I've grown to know. People kind of get certain things from when we talk to each other. People be like, they'll get a new outlook or idea or something. They be like, damn, bro, I was never thinking like that, or I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I never saw that like that. So it's like, it's things in your life that you get that resonate to you when it's supposed to.
Okay.
So it's like, I just let my music be what it is, and hopefully it's something in that moment, you know what I'm saying, that you heard that you could gravitate to. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you did put it on the gloves. Now, what made you do that?
So just the athletic edge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not playing ball or really doing nothing athletically like that anymore. I just had that itch to do something. Like I said, 2018 was a life-changing year, and twins came along and everything, so a lot of things started coming into perspective, but it was like an empty void there, like not doing anything really athletically. So something just made me want to jump into the training. And the funny thing was, I actually seen a woman in the market who had on like this boxing gear, and I just pulled it to the side, just asked her about it, like, is it a gym or something like that around? I'm like, yeah, my husband do this, that, blah, 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 third. Come to find out, the chick is my cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, real?
Yeah, I got a bunch of family in Maryland, bro. So she's my cousin, and and the dude, you know what I'm saying? He was fighting professionally. You know what I'm saying? He was a professional fighter before, and champ belts and all that stuff. So it was a good situation. I walked in, and I was kind of like, man, like, is this what I want to do?
Yeah, what am I doing here?
But yeah, once you start the training, and it's like you got that athletic edge in you, man. It like that feeling come back. It was just something to push myself. Like I just felt in life I was just hitting this pennant, this wall or whatever. Like, what am I doing? I need something to push me to make me feel like I'm challenged.
Right.
That's what it was. That's how it really came about.
Yeah, because athletes, it's just sometimes it's hard for them to say goodbye to the game. But obviously, you felt you kind of basically recreated yourself, but in a different sports.
In the process, yeah.
Yeah. Who are some of the rappers that you like today, or first, let's say who is your all time top 5?
Oh, top 5. So you would do top 5 questions, man, I'm big on Pac. Big Pac fan, always. I'm a big Ye fan. Always loved Kanye throughout his career. Man, Outkast has always been one of my favorite groups.
Yeah.
That's a top 5 talk. I don't know if I give you a true top 5, but
I mean,
dead or alive, or what we talking? Period.
Yeah, period. From your perspective.
Yeah, it's tough. So yeah, we got Pac, Outkast. I bang with Cole heavy.
Yeah.
And Kendrick more so. I honestly think Kendrick kind of edging Cole for me right now. But
for real?
Yeah. It's different, man. But you know what I'm saying. That's another conversation.
Yeah, definitely. when it comes to collaborating, right? This is my new question for artists. I don't ask everybody this. Do you feel like it's a competition between the two?
I do.
Or do you feel like you're gonna put your best foot forward whenever, but do you feel like you gotta shit on a nigga on the track, you know what I'm saying? Let them know, so I'm here to get busy.
I don't feel like that all the time. I feel like sometimes, like if that's what space on, that's the bag I'm in at the time, then I'm gonna probably jump in and try to give those because it's like sparring, it's competitive.
Yeah, it's competitive, right.
So, and I honestly think that brings the best out, sometimes in artists, if, depends on what vibe we on or where we at.
Right.
So I feel like it's necessary too sometimes, but where I'm trying to go with it is just in more so of a creative, like creating good song and content rather than anything. So I don't want to just be out here we just throwing shots and trying to spar on the track all the time.
Right.
Good music.
Yeah.
Sure.
I wanted to ask you, today's game is about, it's just so, it's you feel like the game has gotten softer because you playing running back, in the NFL rule, you can't leave with the crown in your helmet. And we know backs is known to not crown first before shoulder.
Right. It's definitely changed, bro. It's definitely got a little softer. But it's like when you take a look at, some of the things that's coming out that wasn't known before, the CTE and all of that type of stuff. You see how players are retiring even early now. It's changed the game so much. But I can't sit back and say, not for the better. It's definitely not the sport it was when we were playing. And that it takes away from the fun. It takes away from what the sport actually is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, you and I having young kids right now, thinking about them coming up. And potentially going in. It's like, how do you feel? You know what I'm saying? If your son want to follow in the steps and daddy, I want to put the helmet on.
That man don't put the helmet on, he don't eat dinner in my house. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the income of collegiate kids bringing in the bag today, how you feel about that? Because I feel as though, if I could have broken that bag, I'd have probably been a millionaire by 18 for sure.
Man, I feel like things should be fair. And if you look at the collegiate football in totality, you have $1 billion industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where there's people that's making that money off of the sweater backs of people that's, they would say, well, you getting a full ride, you getting all of this, you should be. But when you look at the numbers as to what those players, the players and the people really, the numbers that they really do, the fans that they really put in the seats and the numbers that they really bring in, they're not getting a fair cut of that. And that should be fair. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah, but some people will argue, differently. I know talking to DeAndre and, some other guys, it's like, man, from a business standpoint, I think it should be fair because they got to eat and their families got to eat too, you know what I'm saying? So.
They said it's always a thing to be a Western Swimming running back, and you have fulfilled those shoes. When people say that, what do you think they mean?
When they say it's a thing?
It's a thing to be a West Point running back. Because when you say the names and you can put yourself in that category, it's like a frat. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's like, you guys pass each other the torch, man, because Westboro is known for the running back. You know what I'm saying? You're the face of the program. What did it mean like for you, or how did it feel?
I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like I always just been like laid back and humble about it. It's like I tell people, like from the movie standpoint, I always wanted to grow up where like the football was big, like schools in Texas, that, where it was like almost religion. And, you the man, if this that. I didn't really get that vibe or that treatment. You know what I'm saying? I feel like until kind of like senior year where it started taking off a little bit more, recruiters was coming in a little bit more. That's kind of when I noticed, but I never really felt it. Like,
okay.
You know, like, oh, I'm running back, I'm the man type. I never felt like that, bro.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But as far as the names, it does feel like an elite, you know what I'm saying, category, you know, with some of the people that it came through. But, you know, I was fortunate in my position and putting in the work, you know, to get my position, you know, when it came across. So, you know, I may not have been like the favorite at the time, you know, I may not have been the coach's favorite or the, you know, whatever the choice. You know, I say, especially like sophomore year and junior year coming into it.
Yeah.
I had to, like, those years I really put in the work, you know, in the off season to try to, you know, get where I need to be in. You know, opportunity came and I ran with it, literally. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah. Josh was on here because you're more like you let your game speak for itself. And you know, one of our brothers was on here. He was saying that when he was at Firm, the vocal dude didn't make plays, but that's what they seen, and they coaches felt his energy. They wanted to. You going to a stage now doing the individual sport boxing. What made you come out of your shell?
Growth. I think because that he's definitely right about that. You know, him coming from the coaching lane, I did a little coaching too, but you see it, you kind of see it different, and you grow, and you kind of see the position that being that vocal person plays, and it's important. It's important to be vocal and, you know, to have communication, because I think that was more so, you know, just kind of the introverted part of me, just letting my game speak for itself. I wasn't a big rah-rah. I felt like that's how I learned too, was seeing the example or being the example, you know, better than talk to you, because I didn't know how to relay that at first. You know, I still struggle with trying to, you know, when you talk to people trying to relay a message, or, you know, things get lost in translation. But it's just like I had to snap out of a point of, you know, focusing on that or that fear and like, yo, this is necessary. You know, especially in the coaching standpoint, you need to be able to tell this person, because you ain't gonna get out there and strap on. Right. So it's like, I just had to figure it out. I had to figure it out and just step out the shell.
Because I found it really, because both of you guys do rap, and I kind of found it weird that, like, well, I guess because you being an artist, you kind of in your own space, and you and the microphone is your audience at that time, and then when you can put it out, you know, people can either, you know, they can, you know, they accept it or reject it. You know what I'm saying? For you, when it comes to the music, do you feel some type of way if people are not accepted to it?
I think just my mindset, like I said, the space I'm in now, when it comes to anything, that's not really my motivation behind it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't focus on that when trying to do what I do now in anything, you know, whether it's the boxing, music, anything like that. I can't really focus on the reception. It's going to be what it is.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like we were speaking about earlier, it's more so just trying to gravitate or catch whoever this is needed for, whoever need to get this, or whoever wants. You know? So that's who the focus is on. It ain't on the masses. It's on, you know, capture who you capture. So,
how much music do you have in the vault?
Bro, I got a lot of music.
Every artist comes on here and talk about they got a lot of music. Why don't for you? I'm asking a lot of first time questions I don't really ask artists. Why do they have it in the vault? Why they won't put it out there?
I think.
Or why you have it in the vault? Why isn't it out there yet?
It's just projects that I may have felt differently about, walked away from. Like I got a bunch of unfinished work, like in the vault, like especially like more recently, because I told you I work in kind of spurts of inspiration, motivation. So I'm in there when the motivation and inspiration is good. I'm in there, I'm flowing. When it's gone, I'm out. It can be after a verse, so I ain't doing it. But I mean, that's for me is. And then life, you know, happens. People step away from projects, but I respect a lot of the artists that got, you know what I'm saying, that been working. You know what I'm saying, like B Dula, like Bay, like a lot of, you know what I'm saying, that got project on project, and you see him working, and you know what I'm saying, that's what it take. That's really what it take there. So I'm coming around to trying to piece together, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of unfinished.
And I feel like in today's, I mean, artists don't have to be consistent. You just have to. I think it's more. It's more like the more the body to work you out, and not how many you can put out. Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can put out a lot of music. If it's not dope, it's not dope. But as two people that you mentioned, J. Cole's and Kendrick, they don't put out a lot of music, but when they put out, is you feel it, you can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You saw that they take time.
Yeah, these are different kind of artists though. They're in a different space, so it's like they can move like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When you versus you in your mode and when you're not in your mode, how long does it take you to do a song?
It could range from whatever time I spend in that sitting. Maybe an hour, couple hours to days, weeks. Like I said, I got projects sitting in the vault waiting to be finished. Right. So like, it ranges.
Let's get into some music that you did put out. Do you have an EP? Have you done an EP?
I haven't really done a technical EP.
Okay. Have you put out a mixtape?
Nope.
You haven't put out a mixtape.
No mixtape.
But have put out singles.
EPs,
okay. Stuff, Let's get into some of the singles. I think you have one. Is it Dream Tracer? Is it Dream Tracer?
As far as lately, like something that came out recently.
Nah, this was old. This was probably one of your first joints.
Probably around, I would say, like 2018 time.
Yeah,
around there.
You're dressed in all black and you're on stage.
Okay, yeah. So I did some covers.
Okay.
For that, I did some cover. I did have some original music that I had, but I think I did like the Kodak Black joint. The ZZ was popping around.
Okay.
I did that, and I think it was joint. It was some other joint that was hot. Okay. But yeah, I did some covers. I performed them in like one.
What's some material that you're most proud of that you have put out right now?
That I have put out.
Yeah.
Most proud of.
Or if you seen an A&R, you would tell them like, you need to listen to this song. This me. This 100% me.
Oh yeah, I had to slide me USB, you know what I'm saying, a flash drive or something like that. I mean, I got it on there, but I don't know, bro. It's just like me.
You wouldn't tell them to listen to you wouldn't tell them to listen to a particular song
that I have out there. I probably direct them towards probably one of the newer joints that I had. It was a snippet, 222.
Okay. It
was on February 22nd. I put a little snippet out, but I finished the track for that.
Okay.
I would probably point them that direction for something like more recent.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and I think to answer the question, like with that, what I'm speaking to, it's like you can really hear my growth over the time. I feel like in that song, like from, what I was talking to it's a lot more meaningful, you know what I'm saying, powerful, like content, gems and stuff, I feel like in that type of track.
All right. Auto-tune or no auto-tune?
Man, why not? I mean, this is where we at with it. Auto-tune, I'm playing around with some stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say I'm playing around.
I'm playing around learning, bro. I'm playing around some levels.
Because people feel like, man, that ain't true. But who are you to not play with your vocals or play a different instrument that can give you a different sound?
You have fun, create with it, man. It ain't no rules to the shit.
Right. You like putting the chorus together or well, I guess they call them hooks or verses, a verse.
Bro, I'm struggling with the hooks.
For real?
I struggle. I'm struggling with the hooks, but it come along. Like I said, it's, you know what I'm saying, however you feel like something good hit you, go with it. But I'm in a mode where I just start, like, if the beat grab me, I start on the verse right away. Or I try to catch like a, you know what I'm saying, catchy hook. Honestly, I like to build that way. If I could piece together the hook, that way I kind of set a context for the song that I'm gonna do, and I can gear it towards you know, whatever that is for a good sound and, you know, concept, you know, song with a concept and all that.
People hate comparing themselves, but if you could take a couple people out of the industry, who would you say, or who have they told you sound like?
They immediately jumped to Cole. I'm, you know, probably heavily influenced from listening to his music over the years. I mean, that's normally who I get, is they say geared towards that. But who I'm listening to is like the Cole. I listen to a lot of shit though. I listen to everybody. You know, from the, you know, the trap to the motivation band to I listen to Christian artists and stuff too sometimes, you know what I'm saying? My homeboy that I was rapping with in college, my homeboy Leno, he's doing like, he's real into the ministries and making Christian music and stuff like that now. And he got some dope music. I'm like, damn, bro. Popping on the and that's a whole lane that is not that competitive. You can jump in that.
I wanted to ask you, up tempo is the way to go right now.
Okay.
But you being a Coles fan, people compare you to Coles. Do you like rapping over the 808 and the up tempo beat?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. Yeah. For sure. Like I say, I'm a fan and student of rap, so it's like it's so many lanes where I feel like I can take it to. Or Styles is like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not club heavy, you know what I'm saying? Club popping. But I got a couple joints that could, you know, that go to that side. Something to slow it down if the ladies want to listen to it.
Right.
Like, I was just going through this the other day. I'm like, I got a joint for the bedroom, for a joint, you know what I'm saying? You listening just with your chick or whatever, or it depends on what space you want to be. I try to create, you know, different songs and music for those different vibes though. And not try to be so, you know, one-sided though. But
if I did music, I would work out and listen to my own music. I don't care. I love myself. Do you listen to your music working out, or because I can't lie to you, I don't watch my podcast because I'm just so scared. I don't want to critique myself, and then I mess it up. I'm like, I don't want to do this, and then the whole thing I just get unexpired.
Well, you got a formula that's working for you, so I say stick to it. But
I appreciate that.
I listen to my shit heavy because I'm probably the biggest, you know, critic of my craft and things I do. So I watch myself heavily. I probably listen to myself in the car, you know, more than anything driving. But now I'm probably more on some more type hype shit if I'm listening to music and just working.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I know, Coles, Mink, and all that. They'll cut the beat off and just go. Do you tend to, in a lot of your music, do you tend to, you know, cut the beat off and just go? Because, I mean, you have a lot to say in a short period of time, and when you begin all them words, and you know, you become you're a wordsmith. You know what I'm saying? You being a wordsmith, do you like that acapella, you know, feeling? So people they just hearing you, no beat, no, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like it definitely got an effect, like when you go from a beat to acapella or vice versa. It has an effect for that part that you do in the acapella. So whatever you talking about in that time period gotta hit heavy. You know
right. Yeah.
So I see why it's useful. I haven't like dove all the way into like tracks where I'm just cutting the beat and I'm just acapella. There's parts of the songs where like maybe towards the end where like the last few seconds is like, all right, you just get these because I, you know what I'm saying, I wanted that to drive home.
Coles and Kendrick, they go. I mean, it's like bar at the bar at the bar at the bar.
Right.
Are you a big critic on yourself about bar at the bar at the bar at the bar? Do you as you write, do you spit, do you will go back and erase, and you know what I mean, et cetera, et cetera? How do you go about critiquing yourself?
I do it kind of as I go along, as I'm writing. I'm like, I don't like how that sounded. That could flow a little better. That, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I do it within the process, you know, of writing, or, you know, I may try to establish a base to a song where I start recording, I just start freestyling to something, and then I'll take the flow and I'll remove the words and change the words around. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
don't give too many gems. That's exclusive. you just gave a whole lot to work with.
Hey, bro, I mean, there's secrets out there, man. It ain't.
Yeah.
I ain't selfish with none of this shit, bro. It's all love.
Yeah. Those who playing football, run track, or box, what's some inspiring words you can give to them?
For anybody in any lane, man, my man G said, stay in your lane, man.
Yeah,
stay true to it. Stay true to your lane, and you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to jump in other lanes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, but if you gonna jump in it, be about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go for it, because the awards, the spoils don't go to people that's just half-assing in it. You know? You gotta have a purpose. Mm-hmm. You gotta really be about that. So,
do accolades and awards and accomplishment? Are you looking for?
I kind of got used to just, you know, to feeling enough without the awards and the accolades. So it's like awards, accolades, money, and all of that. Like, that's not the main motivation. You know, and the stuff that I'm doing now, because that shit is gonna come if you really focus and you really on it. So I don't really like try to focus on the accolades and awards, and bro, I never have been. You know, I never really, even though like it ate at me sometimes, bro. Like our senior year, you know, on the football team, coach named 6 captains to the team, bro. I wasn't one.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't even think I should have been captain. I think he did that shit to cut the drama for me or something. But like I said, like you led by example. There's no reason why you shouldn't have been a captain. I don't know.
So I mean, I think he probably had methods like that to try to get a rise out of people, to try to motivate him in some way. So that might have been what that was about or for. I don't know, but I've always used it as motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm not a captain, or I didn't get this award, or I didn't get recognized for this.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta show out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's really just always how I've been. Like, I just use it for motivation. I never been big like award, accolade type of person. And they come, and I'm weird with it too. You know, when I get admiration or get compliments or anything like that, I'm super humble. I don't know. I'm weird about this.
Right.
But
Now, artists, this is a tough league to get in. This is a tough league. What's some words of wisdom that you got for them? For the artists that's trying to enter into the rap game, hip hop, any type of music or band, or you know what I'm saying, et cetera, in the industry.
I think just find your purpose. You know, whatever it is that you do it for, whatever it is that makes you tick, find that, you hold on to it, and that'll probably, you know, keep you going through it. Because, you know, like I said, just even with, you know, however long I've been doing music, you know, ups and downs, highs and lows, it's going to come. But, you know, my purpose in doing it is greater than, you know, I feel like, you know, anything that'll keep me from doing it. So, yeah.
Before we leave, do you have any music on the way, or any shows coming up that we should stay tuned for?
I surely got some music coming away that I'm gonna release from my YouTube channel. Like I said, it's under construction right now. I got content coming as far as like giving different perspectives on like music videos, movies, different stuff like that, different content I want to bring to that. But I'm gonna also be delivering a lot more music, you know, on the YouTube channel, and that's all in one movement. YouTube channel, you know, we'll get the tag right there.
All right. If they wanted to look your music up now, how could they find it?
Man, hit my DM.
You don't have nothing on no platform.
Nah, I got music on, like, if you want to go check out, you know, some old stuff on there, SoundCloud. I got some joints on YouTube. You can probably look me up. So it's some joints that definitely slide, you know, from the past that's on there. Man, I got joints on my page. You probably just got to run through my story, see like the performances and stuff like that.
Okay, all right. And your IG names?
Yeah, it's AIOM_X Chase. Okay. So all in one movement, X in the middle, Chase. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Before we leave, who the better rapper, you or Coffee?
Who, me a Coffee meal, bro?
Yeah. I asked Dula. That nigga ain't hold back. He said, Dula, who the better rapper for you and me? He said, me. But you two.
Nah, I feel like every person, you supposed to feel like you if you really feeling you confident in your craft like that. Man.
You can tell Corey's, I call him Corey. You can tell Chase is a smart individual, how he just beat around the bush with that. He gave you an answer, but he gave you a political answer.
Politically, right, man. But I tell everybody, man, everybody know what time it is. When we work together, we in this space. Everybody know what time it is.
Right. For real. Yeah. We gotta get you back on here, man, after you drop some music, man.
For sure. That'd be love.
I'm thinking of myself, for real, I haven't really told people that. I'm thinking about on some DJ Khaled stuff, put a mixtape out for everybody, you know, because it seems like everybody has so much music, but it's like, you know, they want to hold back. If I can kind of get a snippet, a little bit of everybody, then.
And I'm about to tell you whole pause, man. Keep this off.
Right.
Nah, bro. Like, go with that, bro. I told you a lot of stuff that you're doing, you got the right idea for, man. Whatever idea you got, take that shit and run with it before you lose it. I think that's my downfall. I let so many ideas and so many things go to the wayside, or I procrastinate on it. I don't really come back around to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why, you know what I'm saying, the low production, but ideas like that, take it and run with it, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I want to appreciate you coming on, man. Keep doing your thing.
Appreciate you, brother. For sure.
And my brother says, woo-wee. When we struggled at 85 years, we had like 8 kids going out there playing Ironman football.
Man, and I definitely want to shout out your pops, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Need more people like him. And I lie, because he was fathers to, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us coming up, bro. And that joint, it really resonated and meant a lot for us in our lives, as you can see, as men now. So, man, big ups to Coach George. And he really gave me my first opportunity at running back. So.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He might call
First year, I think they had me at tight end, bro. I was number 61. I was next to Beezy on the line.
Yeah, man. He don't even know what he did, man. I think you want to shout him out, man, because a lot of people, you know, they forget. But
you gotta have him up on here too.
Yeah. I will. Yeah. He talking about I got a name. You gotta get your rep up.
He tried young boy.
Yeah, he tried young boy. Y'all know what's wrong with that guy. But yes, man, when you put the music together, man, come back on here, man. We definitely gonna keep following you. Those who know Chase is about to start sparring. He might hop in the ring. We gonna be G-Spot gonna be behind him 100%. We even gonna get some promo. Get that G-Spot on them shorts on that rope. You know what I'm saying? Well, definitely.
Sure, bro. Hey, like I said, man, I appreciate what you're doing. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there. They see the you know what you're doing with this, and you know, for the dudes from our area, bro. It's big. It's big for everybody. So appreciate it, man. Keep doing this, bro.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. G-Spot.